Let's talk about the benefits of using a weighted hula hoop. Episode 1 of my Spin and Chat series. My goal with this series is that while you're hula hooping, you can learn about hula hooping and what it does to your body, what are the physiological impacts, what are the benefits, and how to use your hula hoop in a fun way so that you can achieve your goals. Because if you understand how hula hooping works and how your physiology works, you are more likely to succeed. I will try to keep this short. Gorgeous, please keep hula hooping because that oxygenates your blood so the information lands better and quicker. We will talk about these weighted hula hoops and why they are good for coordination challenged beginners, how they help boost bone density, flexibility and muscle tone, why they stay up easier than any other hula hoop, some simple tips so that you already make it a better workout when you're using these hoops, and what to do after your workout so that you recover quicker and get fitter. What's amazing about these hula hoops is that you can actually get started extremely quickly, even if you were just scrolling the internet and you saw people hula hooping and you got inspired. Believe it or not, these now can be bought in regular supermarkets. I was very surprised to see that even my local supermarket has these on sale. So if someone gets inspired to start getting fit and they think that maybe hula hooping is going to be a good way to get started, even when they're doing their regular food shopping, they can just put one in their trolley. And these have become so affordable. My local supermarket sells them for less than 10 euros. A lot of people say 10 euros is a lot of money, but how much do normal people spend on a night out? Or people who smoke spend more on cigarettes in just 2 days than what it costs to buy a hula hoop. So the cool thing about these hula hoops is that they are easy to find and they are very affordable. And if someone feels inspired, they can instantly get their hands on these because they are now easy to find in almost any shop. Another amazing thing about these is they stay up very easily. There are actually very good reasons why someone may not be able to hula hoop. If someone has been very sedentary, really unfit, and never really did any sports, then they will not just not have the fitness, but in general their coordination will be poor. Other people have an actual layer that insulates their bodies. I know because when I started hula hooping, I was very overweight. And when we have a big layer of fat around here, we can't actually feel as much as when we are leaner. This hula hoop, everyone will feel because it's heavy. But because of the huge diameter, it also goes slower than the smaller hoops. So if someone has very poor fitness to start with, even if they just move very slowly, this is going to stay up. So these hoops are amazing for those who do not have much confidence, who maybe because of the extra layer of adipose tissue cannot really feel much, and those who are starting off really unfit and can't move very fast, they will feel successful with this. So it does give a huge confidence boost if that's what you need. And that's exactly what I needed when I started. I did not even believe that I will ever be able to keep up a hula hoop. When I started, I wasn't even confident enough to walk into a gym. I was out of shape. I just didn't feel like that was a place where I belonged. For me, it would have taken longer to get to the actual gym than how long I would have lasted because I ran out of puff very quickly. I did not start off with a weighted hula hoop, but I started off with an HDPE hula hoop, but that was a huge diameter. That also made hula hooping a lot easier. Because if you ever tried any of these tiny toy shop kids hula hoops, you probably failed. And anything bigger and heavier will give you more confidence. These are perfect for getting beginners off the couch so that they start exercising. And when we start exercising, we don't just boost our cardiovascular fitness, we increase lean muscle mass. And when our muscles are pulling on bone, they stimulate the osteocytes, those cells that make up the bones, so that the bones get more dense. And bone density really matters. So if someone has spent years and years being very sedentary, it is very much likely that their bones are not very dense. They can't actually start off doing anything too high intensity. And because these hoops are not going to push you too hard, you're going to be able to get started and build some confidence for later. Why is it a good movement at all? It's a counter movement. If from a sedentary background you start looking into working out and you pick hula hooping, that's an amazing choice. Because to keep up a hula hoop, you will have to be pushing front and back. So you will be opening up your front, elongating, stretching those lovely muscles. strengthening your posterior chain muscles. That includes your glutes as well as all of the muscles in your back that are responsible for good posture. I work sedentary at a desk full-time hours every day. Of course, I don't know what you do for work, but even for hobbies, a lot of the times people are in forward flexion, like so. I also do crochet, which is again forward flexion, but even if you're learning to play a musical instrument or you love reading, you will be very much likely to be spending most of your time in forward flexion as you're seated. But when you start hula hooping, you're opening up your front, stretching the muscles in your anterior chain, strengthening all the muscles in the back, and all your vital organs that usually spend all day compressed under the weight of your body being forward folded are now going to be free. They will have a lot more space to do their work as they are designed to do. So when you start hula hooping, things will flow better. Your rib cage starts elevating, so you will be able to inhale more air. You will digest a lot better. Your bodily fluids will have more space to move around. If you chose hula hooping to start your fit new chapter, well done. You could have chosen an exercise bike, so you're forward folding again like you normally do anyway, all day, every day. So very well done, you're a champion. I never use these hula hoops though, and for that I have a very good reason, because they do come with a risk also. But that I detail in the next video. But these hoops are absolutely amazing. If you've been trying hula hooping with all kinds of different hula hoops and you kept failing, this will make working out with a hula hoop easy for you. It's amazing to get a person started who is lacking confidence, maybe feels unfit and carries a little bit of extra weight. Easy tips to make your hooping a better workout. Once your hula hoop stays up, you could try and move your arms. That's what I would do. First, you could do some shoulder shrugs. Lift and drop, lift and drop. Then you could try and see if you're able to elevate an arm and the other arm and just alternate. If your hoop drops, just try again. You can try and draw circles towards the front and to the back. Just feel those neglected muscles come back to life. This will already help you start breaking down some tension in your shoulder girdle. It mobilizes, it will refresh, rejuvenate your shoulders. Once arms are easy to move, you may want to try and see if you can move your legs. You could put your feet together and then try and see if you can put them apart again and try and speed that up. It will feel very easy soon. Initially, it all takes a bit of concentration, but your coordination is going to go through an absolute transformation, and things that are hard in the beginning will feel easy soon. If I could, I would give you a sticker. Well done for looking into hula hooping. It's going to help you improve your posture, boost your bone density, increase your circulation. It will even give you a toning massage, so your skin is going to go through a complete makeover. After each workout, what I would do is I would make sure that I'm very hydrated, because that is going to help your recovery. So drink plenty of water, because when we sweat during a workout, we lose a lot of the moisture. It's good to replenish what we lost. Through sweating, we lose some minerals also. I'm not saying you should get an isotonic drink, but I would definitely look into a good quality salt that I would use in my cooking. The more natural, the better. Because usually when people start working out, sometimes they develop some muscle cramps or their muscles are sore and their recovery is slow. But if you make sure you're well hydrated and you have good quality salt in your foods, then you're going to recover quicker. And feed your muscles. Of course, you will need some protein, building blocks, so your muscles can recover. So please do make sure that you don't starve yourself, but you nourish yourself. When we are sedentary, we don't need to be eating like an athlete, but when we get active, our requirements increase. So do try and now look around in the world, feed yourself like an active person deserves to be fed. Get all the vitamins, the fiber, the minerals that your gorgeous body deserves. That is how you will recover quicker, so your body will feel super loved and it is going to treat you with lots of amazing adaptations. And you will keep getting fitter and fitter. Thank you for hooping with me today. In the next episode, I'm going to be talking about the risks, because these hula hoops I don't really use. And normally not a lot of people talk about that online, but I think it's important to know. Anyways, now go and nourish yourself. See you in the next video. You did it, well done!